Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is strategies. What is strategy? Strategy really is how a company approaches a problem, solution, opportunity, competitive movement out in the marketplace. It's just generally a way how the company thinks. How does it approach a certain problem or opportunity in the marketplace? So before you even get to how you do a strategy, is that you've got to you've got to gain insights. Okay, the insights that you need to get are from the consumers. You can get insights from your competitor set, the overall market in which you're operating in, and then you can also have global trends and influences as well that you can have a look at. Let's start off with the first one, which is the consumer insights. You need to decide what are the motivators and drivers and action points of your key market or your target market or your key insight that you want to gain from this particular market. What are the drivers? What are the motivators? You know, what do they like? What do they dislike? How do they approach the category? What do they like about the category? Do they like the category? Don't they like the category? So on and so forth. So those consumer insights, you can gain them from various ways and means, of which there is Quell, there's Diet, long in-depth interviews, there is qualitative, there's ethnographic, and other techniques as well that you can use. However, you need to take into account that your research needs to be tinged with a certain sense of responsibility. For example, if Henry Ford was asked, what would he want? If he went to the consumers and he asked them, what did they want? And he said they would have asked for Foster horses. There's a similar thing with Pepsi and Coca-Cola, where their Pepsi challenge was they tested over 1 million consumers and came to the conclusion that Pepsi was the preferred beverage amongst consumers, with over 60 to 70% of that particular sample preferring Pepsi over Coke. Coke, in actual fact, believed that sample and competitive research analysis done by Pepsi, and they blinked. They, in actual fact, changed the formula of Coca-Cola for about 60 days before they changed it back. And the insight gained from there, Pepsi is sweeter. when they're doing the sampling, it was a small little, you're going to edit this, there's a small little cup which the consumer used to drink, and that would give you a preference for Pepsi over Coca-Cola. So with that in mind, Coca-Cola is your consumer beverage, and it's a lot more than just a sample size, and it's a full mouth, full throat experience when you consume a beverage, and it's about 200 to 300 mils at one particular time. So when you do that, Pepsi definitely is not a better beverage than Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the preferred beverage, and hence them changing back to that. What is also interesting is psychological grooming. Great example is there was a sample size of 100 consumers. The interview guys were holding a hot cup. 50 interviewers were holding a hot cup of beverage, and the other cup was a cold cup of beverage, and they asked the consumer to hold the beverage while they were fiddling for a phone or whatever the case is, and it was quite remarkable that they were then asked to read 3 paragraphs in terms of a storyline. The ones that were holding 81% of the consumers that were holding the hot beverage said the guy was warm, friendly, and approachable as the main character, quality, and traits. The guys that were holding the cold beverage, in actual fact, said that it was disheartening, cold, and unresponsive main character. The only difference is that both of the paragraphs were exactly the same. Hot beverage, cold beverage, just psychological grooming. You need to take research with a pinch of salt in order to extract. The key thing about research is asking the right questions and extracting the right type of information in order to really get to the real drivers and motivators at the end of the day.